welcome to Crayola Craft and Chat. I am Lynn Lilly, DIY and craft expert, and I am so excited because this week we get to welcome Jenn from Crafting with Crazy, and she's got a really fun recycled craft for us. Are you ready to meet her? Let's head into the craft room. Jennifer, how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, I'm so happy you are here too. You are an amazing crafter. And I know that you've got some fun stuff planned for us today, but for the Crayola audience, you may have seen her on Crayola's channels before. She did an awesome project for Hispanic Heritage Month. But if you're new to Craft and Chat, Jennifer, tell them all about you, your blog, and all the amazing creative projects you share.
Sure. So my name is Jenn, and I've always been pretty crafty. I started really sharing activities that I was doing with my son at the time, just to help him along in some of his delays that he was having. So I wanted to make sure that I was keeping him engaged, and I was sharing that, and people started taking to it. So I was sharing more of it, and now here I am today. And one of my favorite things to do is recycled crafts, especially like purses, because now I have a little girl too, and she loves purses. So we make a lot of cardboard purses like the one we're about to do today, inspired by Crayola and Crayola's sustainability story, which I love. I know this year is the 10-year anniversary of 100% renewable energy, which is fantastic. Like, that's a huge accomplishment to have. I believe it's both manufacturing locations in the US and their headquarters completely powered by the sun. Like, amazing. So thought this would be a nice little homage to that.
I love it, and you are right. So what I love about Crayola is I think you hit it, right? They care about the environment, they care about our kids, they care about creativity, right? All the great things in a company. So I'm excited that you brought that up and that we're doing a recycle craft, because I love them too. You know, I have kids too. So anytime we don't have to go out and buy a ton of supplies, right? We can use things that we have at home is great. How old are your kids?
My daughter's 3, and my son will be 6 actually on Monday. So.
Oh, ours are almost the same age. So my daughter will be 6 very soon, and then my 2-year-old will be 3 in December. So
cute.
Yeah, we're
it's
right
a fun
in the
age,
same. It is
a lot of work.
A crazy age, right? We need lots of things to keep them busy. So this is a great project. All right, so let's jump in. We're making this super cute purse. I know you did a lot of the work ahead of time to make this really easy for anyone that wants to do it, right?
Right. So I actually have a template that I put together. You can find it on my blog. So this is what you'll use to cut out the pieces of your cardboard and your construction paper. You'll also need a hot glue gun, some ribbon or cord. If you're using a cord, you'll want a hole punch. Some construction paper, a glue stick, scissors, and glitter glue. So
awesome. And we have that QR code on screen for you, so you can scan that. That will take you right to Jenn's blog, where you can download and print it. And y'all, this is like the best printable ever. She got the whole supply list. She made even a pretty cover for it. So, and I printed out black and white. It's in color. Like, she's got a whole deal. So makes it super easy for you, which as a mom, I love easy. All right, so to get started, kind of what are all the pre-steps? Because I know we both kind of did some prep work ahead of time. So can you go through those steps before we jump into assembling?
Sure. So like you mentioned, the template that I have available, you'll want to print that. There is one piece, just because you're limited by the size of a printer, that you'll need to assemble. So this will actually be 2 different pieces.
Yep.
And you'll need to glue it together to make your template. And then this is what you'll use for the cardboard only, not the construction paper. So you'll place this on top of your cardboard, trace it, and then cut it out using a box cutter, right? And then you'll have 2 of these. And then the rest of the pieces should be for your construction paper. So you'll have the tip of the crayon, the end of the crayon, the crayon wrapper, and then the black pieces for the label, which you can personalize using your child's name, a nickname, which is what I did for my daughter, or Crayola.
I love it. All right, let's get started.
All right. So now that we have our cardboard pieces cut out, right, we have our construction paper, we will want to take whatever color construction paper you use, the end bits,
Yep.
and the point of the crayon. So this is what we'll be gluing on first.
Okay. Yep, I got my ends and I got my tips, and I'm doing yellow.
Yep. Using your trusty Crayola glue stick.
Alright. Alright, and we're going to glue the tip on first.
Yes.
Okay.
Tip on first. And don't worry if it's like not an exact match. Sometimes it doesn't, just because we're not machines that cut
That's
perfect lines. So.
And I definitely cannot cut a super straight line. So. And we're going to glue, are we gluing the tip on both pieces of cardboard to start?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because that'll be front and back, right?
Correct.
Okay. Right on there. And then the other piece, that goes on the end?
Correct. So it'll look like this.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. All right, so while we're doing this, I mean, we are making a crayon purse, so I feel like I have to ask you what your favorite color is in the crayon box.
So, my favorite color is actually black.
Really? Girl?
I mean, it's a combination of all colors, right?
Great, there you go.
So yeah, black. And then I feel like my second favorite color changes frequently. I would say right now it's green, just because of the calming and association to nature and sustainability, right?
Yep, I like it. I will say that is the first ever answer I've gotten of black, so you are very unique, my friend.
Thanks.
Okay.
So we have our two pieces, right? And then we're going to glue on what we call the wrapper. So the reason why it's 3 pieces, right, instead of 1 is just because when you're printing the template, you're limited to the size of the paper on a printer. Plus, I feel like it also gives it kind of like that dimension to it, right? So,
okay, so we'll glue that in the center. A win-win. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Put that on there. And where do you think you get most of your inspiration for crafting?
Honestly, anything. It's so funny because so I have a background in the fashion industry, and we used to say how you know, the designers would go on these R&D trips and they would see like a gum wrapper on the floor and they'd be like, oh, this is the season's next jacket. Or the next season's jacket. But it's so true, like just inspiration comes from anywhere. And honestly, sometimes it's just my kids saying, hey, can you find a way to make this for me? Or, you know, other creators too, like, right, we all inspire each other.
Yep.
That's a part of it. And nature, and just inspiration can be found anywhere, honestly. Like, it's just, we all have the ability to create and to craft. It's just a muscle that some of us have continued using past kindergarten, and some of us have not, right? So it's only a matter of like practice. And I truly believe, like, if you break things down super simple, anybody can do something like this, you know, no matter how crafty or not you think you are.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. And I think it's just being open to it, right? Like, you have to let yourself be open to creativity, be open to learning and challenging yourself a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got our wrappers on.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's not always perfect, right? I have a little bit of a lip. I can always trim that off.
Mine's a little off, but I think we'll make it work.
So now we will glue on our black pieces of construction paper.
Okay, and these are
So these are
black.
just, so it'll look like this.
Got it. Okay, and those are going to cover up my little spots that I have extra.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I love it when it works out like that.
And Jennifer, remind our audience where you're at. I always like to, you know, because we get to do this on Zoom. So where do you live?
I am in New Jersey. But I actually grew up in Queens, New York, and I still commute into New York City for work. But yeah, I'm like 20 miles from New York City in New Jersey.
Ah, that's so fun. What is your
So,
favorite thing to do in New York City?
Honestly, taking the kids to see New York City. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
It was, I feel like I took it for granted because I just like grew up there and was in the city every day. So just to see their little faces when they see like these huge skyscrapers or they see like just the energy of the city and their excitement. I mean, plus they come home super tired and they're ready to go to bed. So it's a win-win.
That is a win-win for sure. I know. I feel like New York City, I mean, I still get wowed every time I go to New York, and I've been a gazillion times, right?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine, like, I would love to take my girls one day because I feel like I've showed my daughter Lily, last time I was in New York was in October last year, and I came and showed her pictures of like Times Square and stuff, and she was like, oh, like, what is that? You know, she was like very, very excited.
Yeah. It's a fun city, for sure.
It is, yes. I don't know if I could live in the city because I think I would be constantly tired.
Yeah.
But it is so much fun to visit.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, all right, and then we glue the thinner in there as well.
Yep, right smack in the middle, right here.
Got it. Okay, put that there. And there. I like how you made this so easy.
Oh, I'm so glad you think so.
Well, and I love it.
I hope this is easy to follow.
Well, and I think it's great. This is a great project because it can go for younger kids or older kids, right? The older kids can do the whole deal of printing out, tracing, cutting all their pieces.
Yeah.
But if you've got younger kids, you can do that part for them. And then this, like, assembling is easy for those younger kids.
Yeah.
So this really can work for a wide range.
And
all right.
They can decorate the little label too, right? Write their names.
They can be their own little fashion designer.
Love it.
All right.
So now we have the squiggly pieces, right?
Yep.
So we're going to glue those right in the middle of
in the center. Got it.
the box. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put my squiggly pieces right on in there. This one.
And that's the technical term, right?
The squiggly pieces, yes. I do that all the time. I'm like, I should have my own dictionary of like crafting words that I've made up along the way. Okay, what do you think? I always like to, this is my fun time to get to ask questions. What has been your favorite project that you've made recently besides this one?
I would have to say it's also another cardboard purse.
Okay,
I
what is
actually
it?
did with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
It was based on a line which came out not too long ago, and they're big on sustainability and using recycled materials. So they're using scraps of leather and materials to make this new line of purses. And I made a cardboard purse inspired by one of the purses in their line, which is made out of a layer of overlapping flowers. So I thought it would be a fun way to collaborate with my daughter. So I cut out some white flowers and I had her paint them, and then I cut out some additional flowers in different colors of paper. Like I used some metallic paper. So it was a nice way for us to do a really fun elevated kind of craft with her and incorporating her art because she loves to paint and draw so much. So I would say like that's been one of my favorite ones, which she loved making.
Now, here's a question. Did you let her play with it afterwards?
I did.
And
she was so excited to play with me, right? And I said, look, Sissy, your purse is done. And her response was just like, great, you can put it over there.
Don't you love kids? You're like, what? Oh, man.
And like true 3-year-old fashion, right?
Yep, true 3-year-old fashion. I know that all too well. When you're going to get so excited about something and they're like, okay, thanks. Like, all right. I've got mine ready to go.
Ooh, you're fast. I'm a little
Sorry,
slow with
I
my
know, and
squigglies.
I also like get just I ask questions, so I distract you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. So if you don't have your hot glue gun ready to go, I'd turn it on.
Yep, I've got mine ready to go.
Perfect. And this part is obviously for the older kids. We don't want any accidents with the glue gun.
Yep.
So we're going to start assembling this quickly.
Alright.
The purse. All right. So we'll take our first piece that we've construction papered.
Yep.
And we're going to take this long portion
Got
and
it.
we're going to hot glue that onto the bag
Okay.
or to this piece like this.
Yep, so just to the end right there. Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Yep. And yeah, so this is obviously the adult step.
For sure.
I'm wondering too, I don't know this because I am not a professional cardboard purse maker, so this could be a question for you. Could you use like a duct tape or something like on the inside to glue it together?
You could probably use duct tape. I've never done that before, so I can't say with certainty. So when you glue it, you'll just want to hold it on for a few seconds just to let it set.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always just hot glued gun. I've always just used a hot glue gun, so I'm not 100% sure if that would work. Yeah.
Okay. And then my second piece, do we glue this one on next or do we go sides?
No, the sides first.
Got it. All right. Go to the sides. Perfect.
So I'm going to glue here on the cardboard and then on
that
the
side
piece that I just glued. Yep.
Okay, got it. All right. Easy peasy. Okay. Gluing that together. And then this side. So I love this idea because again, like, so kids ruin things, right? Like, and my kids like to play dress up, right? And they love accessories. But, you know, when you go out and buy stuff and then they break it, you're like, oh, I just spent all that money on it. But this is nice because if it breaks, like, it's not a big deal, right? It was recycled and, you know, I'm sure they can fix it. But it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have the other side first.
Yep, got it. Okay, so I've got my sides on. Sorry, I'm like speeding. I'm jumping ahead. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Once my sides are stuck, do I glue the back on?
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. This would be really fun to also like make a matching cardboard costume.
That would be really cute.
Wouldn't that cute? Right, you have a giant cardboard crayon costume and you have then the little purse to go with it. That'd be really fun. It could be a whole family of crayons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter's really into me making costumes for her and the family. And she was like, hey, guess what I want us to do next? And I was like, what? She goes, let's be Madagascar. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, let's each be an animal from Madagascar. And I was like, you want me? She's like, yep. Everyone in the family gets to be an animal. I was like, oh, child.
So which animal are you going to be?
I don't know. I'm like, all right. She wants to be the giraffe. And I'm like,
that's
okay.
cute.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I'm making that.
Yeah, I know. So stay tuned for that. We'll see if that's actually gonna happen. I was like, do you have a backup, like something else you'd want? And she's like, no, I like that. Thank you. I was like, okay.
I love it.
Right. I know these kids, right? And especially when they know you're crafty, they think you can make anything.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So this is what it'll look like.
Yep.
Right.
Got it. Cool.
So if you're using a cord, you'll want to use a hole punch. That's what I did for my daughters. Right. So I did a hole punch. I honestly overlapped the hole punch because I needed it to be a little bit bigger.
For
this thickness, and then I just tied a knot on the inside.
Cute.
For
if I use ribbon,
use the hot glue gun. I would use
and
the
just
hot glue gun.
hot glue it on the inside.
So I like to wrap it out around from the outside.
Oh,
so
good idea.
So you don't see the seam. So I actually like to start from the bottom.
Okay. Yep. Cute. This is adorable. What a fun craft, especially like, you know, I'm always struggling when it's raining or it's cold or we can't go do things outside.
Yeah.
This is a fun one, parents, grandparents, nannies, babysitters to have in your back pocket, right?
For sure.
Cute.
Or even for a birthday party, right? For like a activity.
This would be so cute for a birthday party. Y'all, Jen just gave you your birthday party craft and take home favor right now. Like, thank her for that by following her, please. All right, so as I am doing this and we're wrapping up, can you remind our audience of your social handles, your blog, so they can definitely go follow you?
Yes. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, I would say primarily Instagram, at craftingwithcrazy.com. And I also have a website, www.craftingwithcrazy.com. And yeah, I mean, I love helping people. So if you have any questions about this or any craft that I've done, you know, feel free to shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. I'm happy to help, honestly. Like,
That is so nice.
Want everybody to be crafty and not to feel overwhelmed by it, you know, because that's sucky. I don't like it when it's like, oh, well, I can't do it and it came out looking not so great. Like, let me help you.
I love it. So please, y'all, take her up on that. Go follow her. Let her be your crafting leader. And then I'm adding my daughter's name in the glitter glue in gold to the front.
Perfect.
Awesome. This is so cute, Jen. What a fun. I love it. All right, so y'all follow her. She's got more fun crafts that you can make, a lot of recycled stuff. She's so creative. And look, we just made this so quickly and she did all the hard work for you. So we're going to put that QR code up again now so you can head to her blog to download the template and get started making this project. And don't forget, if you make it, post it on social media, tag her, use the hashtag Crayola Crafts. I know that we all want to see it and we want to share it. So, Jen, thank you so much for being a guest on Craft and Chat. You have been amazing. And audience,
this is so fun.
Yay, good. Well, audience, please, if you love the video, share it. We love to share the love. Don't forget, you can always head to crayola.com/crafts for more fun project ideas. And you can always check the inventory of your local craft stores there, so if you need to stock up on supplies, you can. And I will see you next month for another episode of Craft and Chat. All right, bye everyone. Bye, Jen.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.